Hey guys, welcome back to the Critterverse. I have decided to do another Dragonfly because I've gotten such an amazing response to the last Dragonfly videos. Well, ta-da! And I've gone through and tried to get as much of the chameleon powder that was left behind off of it, but some of it is just in there. So what I have over here is a bunch of shards, basically, of failed resin projects that I've cut up into pieces, and we're going to do like a pastel mosaic stained glassy kind of thing. And these little guys over here are just little like little drops of UV resin in different colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some of these in his eyes. And I'm just trying to decide what color would be best with this. And I think purple would actually go best with this project. So his eyes are here. So what I'm going to do is just, put a couple of the little purple doodles in his little eyeballs. Before I do that, let me get my torch to the ready. And take off the cap because that really helps it work better. Alright, so just a dot of UV resin and his little eyeball in there. And then hit it with the torch. And mainly I'm using the UV resin to stick this on so it doesn't move around when we put the resin in there. Just to hold them still. I just want to give that a quick blast. Just to make sure that it's holding still. A little more resin. One more eyeball. And if he ends up a little bit wall-eyed, that's fine. I don't mind. Nothing in nature is perfect. All right. Now we have those little dudes stuck in place. Put the cap back on my UV. Put that away. All right, so let's see where we want to put our pieces here. And some are green, some are yellow, some are red, some have embossing in them, some don't. It doesn't matter. So I'm just going to look for pieces that I think would look good in the various places. Good. And I'm being too pedantic about placement because it's resin, it'll move. The pieces will move around. We all know this. All right, so within the tail, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with some of these small yellow colors, depending on how much I have of each. I think this should be good though. Should have enough of the, and I just used my colored UV resin to make these. PS. All right. How does that look? Digging it. All right, I'm going to make up some resin. I'll be back. And we're back. I have about 3.5 ounces, almost 4 ounces of my Fujitim medium 1:1, and I have run it through the airless. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to add some iridescent shards, and this is just a iridescent party bag from Walmart that I cut up into really small little bits. I think there was a bag of 10 party bags, and it was like $1.25. So very, very, very cost effective. I don't like to say cheap, I like to say economically replaceable. So we'll put some of those in there. Meanwhile, getting them absolutely everywhere. So some of the pieces are bigger than others, and of course they're sticking to my gloves because static electricity. All right, so now I'm just going to gently, because I don't want to put any bubbles back in, just gently incorporate the shards into the resin and get the little pieces that are sticking to the side of the cup. All right. Okay, so now we have pouring time. So I'm just going to go in and gently pour. This mold does have a lot of detail in the embossing. It is an embossed mold, so there's a lot of detail in it. And because I put down the resin pieces first, I want to make sure that there is resin going underneath them. There's a big bowl. There's a couple there. All right. I think for now we are good. I need to get my cup to stop dripping on my mat. But I think for now we're good. So I will leave this here and I will be back with you when it's time for next steps. All right, it is time to demold. Let's get this little guy out. Be real careful with his little ears, or with his little nose, I should say. some antennas. There you go. Yay! All right. Put the mold away. All right, let's see how we did. Oh, wow. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. Check it out. I like that a lot. All right, so you can see all the little details in his wings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over those with one of my chrome marker pens in silver, just to bring those out and make them stand out a little bit. So this is going to be a fiddly process because I have to go ridiculously slowly because my hands shake. So I will be speeding this up in post-production. So let's see what we can do here. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to start down here because it's easiest for me. Okay. I'm not going to do all of the lines just simply because it'll get really silver heavy and I don't want it to. I want it to, you know, stay focused on the color. But what do you guys think? I love it. That's the back. You can see all the colors and color shifty paper, or not paper, but cellophane. So that's him. What do you think? I love it. I hope you guys too. Well, thank you very much for joining me for this video. I hope to see you again soon and have a beautiful rest of your day. Take care. Cheers.